Hi, quick update on the indexes here. I have the looking there at the IWM, but I'll just start with the SPIX. I've got a group of 3 indicators here. They're all liquidity indicators. The top one is a time lag indicator. It shows you the closest time period being an 8 moving average time period from each. I've got a 2-hour time period here, so it's the 8 previous, the moving average of the 2, green being buying, red being selling, the thin line being the furthest away, so that's how we spread it out to about 500 moving average periods. Next one down is the liquidity sentiment or relative liquidity over a period of time. The third one down looks a bit similar, but it's been normalised to days of the week's trading over 15 days. Just so we can see more clearly how it relates to the different days in that period. Obviously Mondays and Fridays have quite different days. So SPX at the moment, we've come out of this April dip and we've had a good strong period of buying, which is still carrying through. We've had a little bit of going sideways. We can see here we've had a bit of selling going into a dip, and again, I predicted a bit of a pullback on Friday. We didn't see a pullback, and we have seen it squeeze past that with some good action from Tesla and from Apple. If we just have a look at Tesla here, we can see here over in the puts that we've had a really big squeeze, and it's taken all of these puts out here. We've taken out just around 85,000 puts in the money out that squeeze, and they've been bought and replaced on the other side, on the long side, and they're short dated by strong puts in the money, about 12,000, and out of the money we've seen about another 110,000 out of the money puts. I haven't had out the deltas on those at the moment. Here we can see we've had strong DPI going into this period of the pullback that was caused by a rift between Trump and Elon Musk, and we've had that really bought, so we've had a big pullback of 15%, and then it's gone on with a good sized bump. Alright, if we just have a quick look, I'll just open up these other ones here and explain them to you. I've got a second set of indicators. They're looking at the MAG and the MAG 7 and how they sit, and we can see here that the irregular liquidity is showing that it's in the red zone, in the sell zone. You can see again here it's in the sell zone. It's just dipped down during that period into the buy zone. We've seen some good movement from that. If we just have a quick look here at the other indexes, again, we've seen a good strong buy from April in the NDX, a couple of flatter periods, and again, we've seen this flat period here. We don't really need to, we'll just pull these mags back out of the way so we're not looking at them. In the retail, we can see very strong buying in the retail. It's probably some of what's pushed us through here, even though we've gone back into some selling now and some looser period. We can see it in all 3 of the indicators. Again, the SPY retail, very strong buying period. It wasn't very good out of that April bottom. Retail was very concerned. Unlike the big guys in town, they were really looking forward to it. If we just quickly went back and had a look, it was hiding, wasn't even in the mag actually, was it? We can't see, it wasn't in the mag there, so it really was in the NDX. We see it in the NDX and the SPX. Just one quick more look at that SPX. You can just see that buying started straight away very early and has carried through, and that's the big index. That's what's really brought us through. We had a look at all those retails. Let's just have a quick look at the IWM. IWM is showing a lot of strength at the moment. We can see it's had a really strong period, and again it's dipped down. Lots of buying going into the weekend, especially with the non-payroll wage figures, which were much better than quite solid. The market doesn't seem to be deteriorating yet, which is going to keep rates higher for longer. How long the IWM and rates can keep fighting each other, I don't know. Rates are sort of on neutral at the moment, but they're bounding around long and neutral. If we just had a look at TLT as a proxy, TLT's had a couple of really good charges, but we can see coming into this that it's really loosened up again. And we've got a lot of selling going on. We can see that in all 3 of these indicators there's a lot of selling. If we went to the 30-year, the 30-year is a bit the same. It's really got up here and it's doing some selling. It's really got hammered in here. If we have a look in the time lag, very interesting way to look at buying and selling. You can trade in quite close in minute periods, or you can invest and look out here in the 2 hours. Just about the best indicators around in the market. Anyway, I hope you have a good week's trading. IWM looks strong. The SPX and the Qs look SPX, SPY, Qs, and the Nasdaq look like they're going to go a bit sideways this week. I'll give you an update again, end of day's trading today, and maybe we'll have a look and see what's happening in the crypto corner. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day's trading, the 9th of June